All right, boys. Okay, so the reason that we are streaming today is because I've been trying to get through all of the LCK games off stream. I've been trying to watch them, and I literally just can't focus. They are so insanely boring, dude. I just watched Game 5 of Dom1 versus T1, the 26-minute first blood coming in. Bro, I'm not going to be able to make it through. I will not make it to the streams tomorrow if I keep on having to watch this region off stream. So I'm just gonna watch it on stream, so at least the chat or something can entertain me. Okay, so Poppy banned by T1 first. Okay, so things that I expect. I haven't watched the drafts at all. I assume that Ruler is just gonna eat a Lucian ban every single game. Like Lucian ban every single game. This guy is like the goat of Lucian Nami. And I expect that Genji would ban Draven because Ruler plays a lot of, like, he plays Zeri, he plays a little Neela. I think he played Neela in one of the series, right? Versus Sandbox, did he play Neela? Or maybe he doesn't play Neela. No, it was Def that played Neela. Maybe Ruler doesn't play Neela. Lucian, he plays Zeri, Sivir. He plays pretty much everything outside of the Draven. So, and Gumi usually does play Draven. So they banned Kalista. They banned Kalista and Draven here. The Yuumi is banned. Okay, so Draven, Kalista, Lucian, and Yuumi are all banned. So Sivir versus Zeri is the obvious trade here. All right, the Zeri, I mean, this is a good opening, I think. You don't have to take the Zeri here. I think the Azir is super OP. I think you should definitely take Azir in this one too. But if you want a prio support pick, you could take Lulu here. I think that's a decent thing because you're guaranteed to have the Sivir trade versus Zeri because they already have 80 carry. So unless they're playing like Zeri mid or some weird which pretty much only like EU Masters teams do this, LFL teams do this. I think that this is actually a time where you could 1-2 Lulu Azir, but maybe they want to potentially pick something else, like let's say jungle is picked, maybe they want to answer something like that. Because the problem with taking Lulu here is since you're locked into Zeri on 3, unless you want to play things like Lulu Aphelios, right? If you want to play things like Lulu Aphelios, then what you can do is you could say, it, like you guys can have the whatever, that you guys can have the counter pick. We pick Lulu Azir here, and then if they pick jungle, then you just pick jungle. The problem is that you need 380 carries then to go with Lulu. So you probably need Kog'Maw, Zeri, and Aphelios all to potentially be played. So they can only ban out 2 here. So you'd expect something like Ahri here. People like Ahri into Azir. Some people pick like Akali into Azir later on, but I mean Faker plays a lot of Ahri, right? So let's see. Yeah, there's the Ahri, and now they could take Lulu if they want it. They end up taking Wukong. Interesting. So they end up taking Wukong. So now Genji has just a decision to make. Do you want to pick a jungler here? Do you want to pick something that can potentially play into the Wukong? Like Sejuani is what people are picking, but with 2 range champions, it's not a great pick right here yet. Or do you just take the Lulu on 3? They just take the Lulu on 3. I mean, this is like pretty standard drafting. This is what we see. Okay, so bans. We have Camille coming out with Karma. So Karma is good into Lulu, so that's why people are banning the Karma. I actually don't like this too much. I feel like every time I watch a Karma versus Lulu, they can get a minor lane advantage, but Lulu just seems to outscale it so much that I would literally play that matchup any day if I was drafting for a pro team. Hey, just play the Lulu side of it. Relax, it's fine. They have the Morgana jungle pick banned into Peanut, which I think is a little strange. I mean, obviously, AP junglers are decent into Wukong, but if they went Morgana jungle, Zeri and Azir, I feel like their team comp is super weird. I don't think that would actually make a lot of sense. Like, they would need to have a lot of engage from their top side, or it's just a very hard draft to play out. Yeah, I'm not really big on the Morgana ban here. I just don't think it really fits Genji's team comp. And the Camille ban here, so we'll go for the Camille ban here. Camille ban generally means that you want to play Ornn. That's what that generally means, because Camille has a favorable matchup into Ornn. Renekton is banned here. So they take Sejuani. Like we said, Sejuani into Wukong is one of the matchups that people favor right now. It's just pretty hard for Wukong to actually punish the Sejuani. And Sejuani is really strong outside of the early game. So other junglers can punish the Sejuani, can outpace the Sejuani. Poppy, Trundle can outpace the Sejuani. But Wukong essentially ends up like being pretty even into Sejuani later on. The only thing that's weird here is that Sejuani doesn't have a melee top laner, so that means that pretty much guaranteed they should go melee top laner on 4. It means no Gnar, no Kennen, things like that. What are the response picks here? They take Ornn themselves, and they take a Mumu. Okay, I mean, Ornn and Mumu makes sense. You have Sivir and Mumu into a Lulu lane. You could potentially even win that lane early. And now, like, with this last pick, I wonder what you end up going for Genji. I think one of the picks would be Fiora. I saw the Aatrox. So they go for the Aatrox. People prioritize Aatrox really highly. I think Aatrox and Sejuani don't have the most synergy. Normally with Sejuani, you want something that has like an auto reset in the kit, or has ability to, like, has on-hit abilities, like Fiora Q, for example, to proc the Sejuani stun. I think Aatrox Sejuani is fine. I mean, this is just a front line here. That being said, people consider the Aatrox versus Ornn matchup very favorable for the Aatrox in lane. It's just a matter of can Ornn get out of lane. But yeah, I mean, this game definitely T1 has more playmaking potential throughout the game. Also, Ornn is down a pot and Aatrox isn't. So this right here, this little like W into lane is actually pretty good for Owner. If you're able to burn the Azir's mana for EQ, like WEQ, it actually does a lot. I mean, it just changes the way Azir lanes. Burning Azir's mana is really good in lane. Okay, Herald started by T1. Genji is just okay with this, really, because they have first support move and they have like, and Faker is really low. Like he's low mana, not full health. I'm surprised Genji didn't opt to contest this. Like, I mean, if you look at when they could have started moving up, like Lulu starts moving now. Like Lulu can literally just run across the map here, all the way topside. And Faker has no TP right now. Like his TP under the Ignite is not there. Yeah, I mean, they just have like the ability to contest this Herald. I don't even think it's like a flip. I don't think you're flipping the game. Also, they have support level 6. Their support is level 6, bro. And the other support is level 5. Wait, Genji should not give this up. I don't like the handshake here. I just don't like the handshake when you're stronger. I mean, sure, like Amumu hit level 6 now, but Amumu would not have been able to be at the Herald level 6. So I think it's strange. And so far, Genji is just winning lanes. I mean, they drafted better lanes though. So I mean, T1 needs to make a play soon, right? Like this is where they have all their tools. So let's see where T1 makes their first play, because they have all their tools, right? They have Ornn ult plus Ignite top lane. They have Wukong ult. They have Ahri ult. And then bot lane, they have Sivir Amumu. Like, and Amumu's level 6. So this is like a huge opportunity to make plays. They have a massive window here. Let's see if they set up a 4-man, like potentially like try to set up a 4-man bot, just a straight gank mid. What do they do? I mean, 0 kills. Well, it's because they don't want to. Yeah, I mean, they're just not opting into fighting. Oh, wait, Faker took Demolish on Ahri. Is that standard? Wait, what the Demolish on Ahri? I mean, that seems really weird because I don't think that he's going to be able to get to, let me see. People seem to prefer Overgrowth over Demolish. That's strange. I haven't seen that before. Well, I think that Resolve makes sense. I like Resolve. Okay, dive from Genji. Watch this again.
Have done in game ones of best of fives almost their entire time, but you can see Genji already starting things off. Zeus does find the Ornn.
They played this wrong. So Sejuani should be the one that tanks the turret here because he's got Aftershock and he's tanky and he doesn't have consistent damage. So here I think that it's better if Peanut tanks the turret, like instead of the Q1 hitting for Doran, let the Sejuani ult tank it so then Peanut gets aggro because he has Aftershock anyway and he's really tanky. Or, I mean, he's, like, going to be more tanky. And then Doran could actually Q3 flash and kill Zeus. This is a missed opportunity to kill here. Yeah. Okay, good. So there's the play. Okay, Faker makes a big play. Well played from Faker. Good charm flash over the wall. Sets it up with carry up. This is good. I like this from T1. All right, so they make their first play at 12 minutes. They're the team that has the agency. I mean, they invested a lot for that, but it's good. It's good. Solid play. I mean, it's another good play from T1. Actually, don't kill him, though. Wait. They ignite here, right? They ignite before the Gore Drinker. Bro, that's so crazy that his Gore Drinker heals that much. His Gore Drinker heals that much through Ignite, bro. No shot. Okay, they end up killing him anyway. So these are two good plays from T1. I mean, T1's actually doing it. They're making use of their comp. They have to have a lead with these types of champions. I don't like the Wukong like showing here like this, by the way. I'd much rather have like Wukong sitting on one of the wards, you know? Like Wukong sitting here so they have to worry about him flanking. Like it's so much easier for Genji to walk in and fight. Like they can just walk in as soon as they see the Wukong. What Peanut is doing is really good here. Getting the Mumu off the flank because they like he knows that he sees 4 of them, which means that the only person that could be on a flank is the Mumu. They have a ward on top side, so they're contesting through bot. And yeah, like Peanut is making sure that Mumu has to walk around. So this is actually like, yeah, now T1 has lost a lot of their advantage in this fight. So they had first setup on the Drake, but no one's actually sitting on pink wards, and everyone has just seen front to back 5v5. It's not that their front to back 5v5 is like terrible or anything, but Genji would much rather have this situation than if like an Amumu was sitting behind them or Wukong was like flanking from the top side. Like that would be a lot harder for Genji to deal with than just pure front to back. Because like at this point in the game, the Aatrox is actually decently tanky, and they have like Lulu ult and stuff. Yeah, T1 is like all in the river. They're all in the river. Okay, so they're engaging here, but the two people they're engaging on the two people that are on Drake, and those are the two tanky members. So I don't think this is a good engage from T1. So maybe, like sometimes you can start the engage like this to try to like bait them, and then Faker like throws his charm onto like Ruler or like Lehens or something, and you start the fight on the tanks, then you quickly move over to the carries. I think Carrier is doing the right thing. Carrier is going for like, this is like the cluster you actually want to get on. Wukong actually ends up getting it here. Carrier missed both of his bandage tosses, and now they're just in this weird spot in Drake because they weren't able to actually kill anyone. Yeah, this is just all time for Ruler to pop off. I mean, the whole backline is just completely untouched. T1 wasted like 90% of their cooldowns focusing the Aatrox and Sejuani, which don't really matter too much here. Like Ornn ult towards this, like Amumu ult on this, Gumayushi hitting this. Like this is the cluster that you actually want to fucking hit. And now Zeri is just huge. Okay. Yeah, essentially the concept is just this. If you have the Drakes, then you play for the fight. If you don't have the Drakes, then you play, unless it's like Soul and you think the Soul is just going to win you the game, then you can like suicide a fight for Drakes. But essentially the team that has the Drake advantage should be going for the fight. Okay, Ruler has no flash here. This is solid from T1. You group on mid and then you just throw your ult at the Zeri. Like, Zeri is way too far pushed up, though. I mean, this is kind of unlucky for Keria. Like, they made this play just knowing where other people were. Pretty smart from Peanut, to be honest. Because they actually did not have vision of Keria basing there. Chovy is absurdly strong for this next Drake. I mean, this should be free Drake for Gen G. I don't really know how T1 could contest it. 5k gold lead. 5k gold lead, but more importantly, the vision. Gen G has complete vision here. So, I mean, T1 has to, like, group up and just put the Ornn in front and then just start face-checking everything, but it's kind of rough. They're just giving it. So, that base means that they're just giving it. I mean, it just sucks that they have to give it here because the game shouldn't be getting any better than this, right? And they're contesting vision together. But this is kind of what sucks, right? This is why a lot of teams don't like these pure front-to-back team comps. Is that they need their Ornn with them in order to even contest vision. That's what really sucks. Like, imagine if they're contesting without the Ornn. If it's just Keria, owner, frontline, like they are getting absolutely wiped in a 4v4 if Zeus is matching sides. So Zeus is just having to drop waves. And the reason they're starting Baron here is because they just need they need to be grouped. They know they need to be grouped, so they're trying to do it. And maybe they saw Zeri recalling, or no, they don't even know that Zeri's recalling. They just want to be grouped and they want to force Gen G to come to them. Good for Doran to walk up here. Okay, so the engage comes in. Ruler's not here. So wait, let me see. Let me look back. Okay, so they assume I think that what they're assuming here is they know that Zeri wants to base for IE. They know that Zeri is really close to IE and he wants to base, and they're just gambling that Zeri is going to be based and they can get a 4v5. This is actually pretty smart. I like this. I like this. Let's see when Peanut starts to contest, because they have full vision of this. I think that Peanut doesn't have to walk this aggressively yet, because it's still 6k.
Finds himself an infernal chains, but now Keria looks for the flash. He gets it onto 3. Chovy immediately flashing out. Peanut also going to
Peanut doesn't die. Good play. I mean, they were able to get the pick off before Ruler was there. That was a correct assumption. It was a correct assumption. I mean, this was all predicated on the fact that they believed Ruler had to base right then for IE, or that Ruler was going to base right then for IE. On the other side, trying to make your bases a little bit less obvious is a good thing to learn from this. Like Ruler, I mean, he walked directly back and he walked to the bot side of the map and then E'd a wall. You know, like I don't think the E was in vision, but he walked to the bot side of the map. So they're like, why would he walk to bot side of the map here when like Drake is gone? He's probably just basing. So just try to make your bases a little bit less obvious so the enemy team can't read it like this. I mean, sure, they got wait, they go back onto Baron here. Let me see. No, this is a mistake. Because look at T1's ultis. They've got no ultis. How is this Zeri gonna die? Zeri has cleanse, flash, and ulti, and they have no way to turn. That's the biggest problem, is they have no way to turn. If you're gonna do this, you need to have the ability to turn. If not, this Zeri is just gonna penta your team. I mean, look at Zeri. Zeri's completely untouched. And it wasn't even like Zeri was even close to dying, right? Like, Zeri still has flash and cleanse. He only used QSS. The only thing he used was QSS in this fight. They just don't have the ability to turn. The thing that sucks for T1 is they get that, like, pick and they only kill one, right? And They're like, man, like we need to get something off of this. Like they still want to get something. So they just decide to flip it here. But yeah, I mean, Ruler is just on hit. I mean, this is like a very easy fight for Ruler to play. There's literally no threat on him. So now they're contesting through bot side. So when you don't have control, contesting through bot side, this is correct. Because look at all of Genji's wards. Okay, see the map right now? This is why you contest through bot side. Because at least through here, you could kind of control some area of the map. You could put like a ward over the wall here. You can have a ward here. And then you actually have a bit of the map where you could play the game. Where if you look right now into the red side jungle of T1, look at all the wards, bro. Imagine trying to contest through all this. Imagine trying to contest through here, trying to walk through here. There's literally like 18 wards in the jungle. It's doomed. So what I think Genji should do is just start pulling the Drake up here. Because they can perma-tank it. So I like them just pulling the Drake, trying to force the enemy team to walk in. They don't need to like finish it or anything. They could even have one go down mid. They could literally even have like Chovy go down mid. But I guess they think Chovy provides too much for zoning, so maybe that wouldn't be the best. Doran is, I mean, he's got GA. Kind of risky area to go into, knowing that they were just there though. So I like what Genji's doing here. Okay. Guess that's fine. Hey, they can just go back and hit Drake again. Okay, so Johnny gets it. I mean, that should just be game. Generally, red side will ban Kalista. Kalista is considered really OP right now. They saw him somewhere. They're looking. Noner is just looking for like a flank. It's not happening though. And that's free Baron. But yeah, essentially, like if you have Draven, Lucian, Kalista all down, then Zeri Sivir trade becomes the best. If you ban Zeri and then you just give over like free Sivir, that wouldn't be great. And Sivir has more answers than Zeri does. Like let's say let's say T1 was like, okay, we're gonna ban Zeri and we're gonna first pick Sivir, then Genji could just go free Twitch. Twitch would be pretty good. I mean, it wouldn't be the best of this game, but it'd be good for the lane for sure. They don't even have to go Twitch, right? They could also just go Aphelios. Still strong.
He doesn't care. All he needs to do is make sure Sivir doesn't make it back.
Yeah, well, he's going to try and do so. As there we go. Infernal Chains do connect. Gumayusi goes golden as the death dance.
Okay, Gumayusi.
He does go down to his GA. Gumayusi's just staying here, though, remember? As we move back towards the Baron.
I think you could fight it, really.
Still just world ender, and he's trying to stop Gumayusi from doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, you should have left, clearly. As soon as he propped the GA. Might get chased down anyway, but yeah, you should try to leave.
This is all over, but the Nexus is what it feels like at this point in time. T1 are going to need something absolutely heroic to make this one work. The flash from Faker's
tried. Respect flash from Chovy. He knows that the only way they lose is if he gets picked. I mean, it's not even that they lose. The only way the game doesn't end on this push is if he gets picked.
Maybe there's a world. Maybe. But there's still an Elder Drake here, remember, as Wild Growth come through for the chain.
I mean, they're trying to go in, but they they can't do anything here.
They just don't last, though. As Ruler throws in the ultimate, he's doing so much damage already. Emperor's Device going to deny any sort of re-engage. The knock-up is okay, but it's another double kill. Make it a triple, make it a quadruple.
Well, there was moments. Dude, why does the quality look so bad? There was moments where T1 was actually doing some good things in this game, but yeah, I mean, they just didn't have an answer for a Genji just pushing side lanes over and over again. They couldn't really, like, no one could actually win the sides. So, like, Orin doesn't win versus either Aatrox or Azir, and neither does Ahri. So they just ended up having to perma group, but then they can't even get angles. And yeah, then Ruler just pops off. 16-1 Zeri. So Draven is up. So the priority AD carries that are up right now are Draven, Zeri, which is essentially just... So what happens if T1 drafts Zeri? What does Genji play? Aphelios? Twitch, maybe? Hey, Yuumi. Yuumi first pick. Healer. Healer from Ruler. Hey, Chovy Silas. Okay, so Chovy Silas is picked here because I guess their perception is the only champ that actually can beat Silas in lane hard enough for it not to be viable is the Azir pick, and then also Faker likes to play a lot of Ahri, so what are they going to play into this Silas, right? Like, the best is probably Talia. All right, there's the Sedge support. Okay. Oh, T1 ban Wukong. Okay. All right, let's see what... I mean, I assume Genji's just going Sedge on 4, no? Yeah, Sedge on 4. What is the response? What are we playing into the Sedge here? No Trundle. There's no Poppy. There's no Wukong. There's no Vi. Morgana jungle into this. Wait, isn't Morgana jungle just terrible here? I mean, okay, I guess. Like, sure. I'm not a huge fan of Morgana jungle in times like this. I like Morgana jungle into like things like Vi, into specific jungle champions that like the Black Shield really counters. I think here it's just whatever. I think it's like pretty hard Morgana game. I hate this draft from T1. Yeah, I really don't like the draft from T1. I don't understand the Wukong ban at all. And like the Gnar here, you're just blinding Gnar into a guy that likes playing Aatrox. Like, couldn't Doran just play Aatrox again if he wants? Yep. Yep. Like, yes, he can. Okay, well, I mean, they're like, all right, sure.
Melee matchup, so I think you get a lot more values. Peanut.
Yeah, going in aggressively as Faker already.
Yeah, he's just dead. Wait, did he not have Q there? Did he already Q?
300 health.
Melee matchup, so I think you get a lot more values. Peanut.
Oh my god, he just queued randomly. And this is something that LCK has a different read on than LPL, so it'll be interesting to see this at Worlds, because LPL literally just thinks that Neela is just terrible. They think Neela is a terrible dog useless champion. Like, you ask the AD carries, why do you not play it? They say this champion sucks. I guess we'll see if like, yeah, I mean, which region is correct on the read. Normally I'm siding towards like LCK. I normally like when people think, oh wait, hold on, Faker's just dead again. Yeah, roam from Lehens. But I'm normally, let me finish my first thought. I'm normally on the side of LCK here. Normally when people have the read, oh, that champion sucks, and another region thinks it's really good, the region that thinks that understands the champion and thinks that it's good normally ends up winning out over the region that just thinks a champion is just dog. I mean, obviously there's exceptions there, but generally no champion is really useless in League of Legends. Surprised he didn't go Darksteel. He actually went Doran's Ring here. I respect it though. All right, there it is. Well, Guma's just dead. Wait, let's see if he gets the E. Let's see if he gets, oh my god, wait, no, he got queued out of it. Wait, he actually did get the E. He actually did, wait, did he? Hold on, what happened here? So he flashes here. He fucked it up, didn't he? It didn't even look like he started to wall ride. Oh, Neela is too. I mean, this game is snowballed out of this world. It's literally just go next angle. I mean, I guess we'll see. Yeah, good luck playing this game, Faker. Look at the HP. Silas is just a tank.
No. Okay, they spot him. That's good. At the very least.
All right, Peanut, just doing his thing. Peanut's played really well this series. Peanut has like hard outclassed Owner. Like, he's just so much more like present on the map. He's finding the angles. Like, he's just in the game, bro. Faker wastes an E, just dies for it.
There's the Everfrost to stun to come through. Faker still should be all right, but another chain is going to land.
Oh my god, they can just force him out. He's just dead. Oh, and they're just getting the full turret here. Probably get the whole thing. Zeus is not even winning top.
You were passing bottom because you saw the Sejuani. Get over the wall here.
Will the chains connect?
Oh man.
Yeah, there's nowhere for Zeus to flash. Chovy just is gonna W him, and then Zeus doesn't have a way to flash the wall. He's not close enough to the wall yet. He's just dead there. I mean, he kind of griefed by being on that side of the lane, but sure. Wait, what the f, Guma? Hell no, Guma. This is just an absolute murder.
In the finals. Yeah. This is crazy. And you think about it in the context of Ruler never winning a domestic final somehow. Chovy, so many times being second place. So many times second place to Faker as well as Peanut. Possibly caught out. Goodbye.
All right, Peanut's just inting here. People say LCK casters are better than LPL. Well, not that many people listen to the LPL casters, so that's probably why. I think the problem with LCK cast, from at least when I've watched it, is that they don't have like one really high MMR like good player on the broadcast. I feel like just having somebody that still either was an ex-pro or plays the game at a high level or understands the game like that, like, will just give you a much better cast, and they don't have anyone that can do that currently. I mean, Doran's just like 2v1ing them essentially. Oh my god, just go for Faker, man. Doran is so greedy here. Wait, he could have flashed for this too. Like, if you want to do this, you have to QE flash. You have to QE flash and guarantee this and make him flash if you want to do this. This is like giga greedy. Then he could have flashed away from Faker. I mean, Faker could have follow flashed, but it was pretty greedy. That's not it. What is LPL have? So Ox was a former pro player. I don't know if a lot of people know that. So Ox was former pro, and then Lyric was a high MMR player, and he was also a coach. So Lyric coached professionally in PCS and in CB LOL. So yeah, It's like there's actually two people on the broadcast that are really, or that were high MMR slash like worked in the pro scene. What about when LS? Well, LS was like professional coach, right? And he's also high MMR, so I think that's what he brought to the broadcast. I think that was part of his value. This game, I mean, there's not much to review here, guys. We'll just keep on watching the game on 1.25 speed and just let it play out. Not much to say. Game is pretty much over. Good stopwatch here from Doran. They can turn it. Peanut is here. Chovy is here. Thanos is here. Yeah, it's free Baron. Thank you, sir. We will take our free Baron, and we have Soul. Okay, the Chovy Gnarl. Okay. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. I mean, it's 11K, 24 minutes. They just got rolled. I don't think T1 played that well. Like, Gen G looked solid. I don't think Gen G did anything that I thought was bad. I mean, like, Doran kind of botched some combos here and there. Like, mechanically, Doran didn't look the best this game. It was a good stopwatch from him, but, I mean, it's so hard to play when you have a Renekton mid and the Renekton mid is behind. Like the rest of the team barely gets to play. Just looked like Faker was completely unaware that Sejuani could potentially level 3 gank, which is actually decently common. Like Sejuani level 3 gank is something that a lot of people look for. Tarzan looks for it frequently on LNG when he's been playing Sejuani, especially with melee mid. Yeah. And like I think the draft was also weird from T1. I don't like their idea. So I think the first pick Yuumi into Zeri, I mean, maybe it's unplayable. Maybe the Yuumi Zeri is unplayable into Singed. I'm not 100% sure on that. I will say the Gnar B5 is like the worst pick of this draft. I think that Morgana with Renekton doesn't make the most sense. I don't see how Morgana fits into this game. That's part of it. But then the Gnar Morgana, imagine your top jungle is Gnar Morgana and enemy team gets a free Aatrox. Like that Aatrox is living life. You also drafted Sylas into Gnar, or sorry, Gnar into Sylas. You gave him a free ult for no reason. I mean, it's hard to know how good Gen G is because they're not really getting tested at all. And like even versus Sandbox series, like I watched the Sandbox series. Sandbox I think is better than T1. I think that's clear, at least to me. I think Sandbox is just the second best team in LCK, but Sandbox also just does very Sandbox style things. So Sandbox just takes some fights where it's like, what are you guys thinking?
So I think eyeing up a bit of a Lucian angle. So Lucian I think is
all right. T1 picks red side. Gen G goes for the Draven ban blue side because I mean Draven is a pick that can be better on red side because if enemy team has to like first pick something like Yuumi, then you can get a good like Draven plus support angle, and then you could also get support on R3 and then ban out supports. So there's that. Go Draven into Kalista. Okay.
But we saw Lehen's answer to the Yuumi would allow us to potentially introduce Lehen's as Yuumi into the equation because they have blue side for the
Camille ban
series, and now T1
could be the Gen G wants to go Ornn like B3.
I mean, owner doesn't
because they're gonna have to blind top lane anyway, so you might just blind Ornn like B2 B3.
Literally changed the meta on this pick. It has to be banned.
So now you have the Sejuani ban coming in. You could first pick Yuumi yourself, or you could have even left up Yuumi to them. But I guess they could always pick it R3. All right, so it's gonna be a. Well, here's the option for T1. T1 has the option to go Sivir Lulu. Excuse me, got the hiccups. Sivir Lulu. They could go Sivir Lulu here, or they could go for Lucian Nami. Okay, Vi with the owner with the Vi pick because they know that Zeri is going to come out here, so they can pick Vi preemptively, knowing that the enemy team is essentially has to pick Zeri. So this is probably going to be Zeri Azir is what I would expect. Zeri Azir looks good to me, and you're probably just picking Ahri here for Faker. Vi Ahri, little combo into Azir. Skarner ban into Peanut. It's a Peanut special. I don't really like the Skarner with this type of draft. I feel like you're just sacrificing like a lot of like early game. You could go this is actually an angle where you could go Morgana jungle, honestly, but Morgana with Azir and Zeri is not the best, but you could go Morgana jungle just so you could put like Black Shield to counter Vi. Xin Zhao. All right, Xin is solid. Xin is something that you pick when you don't. So Xin is weird now. You don't actually pick Xin in order to like gank lanes. That's how a lot of people think about Xin. Xin is not that champion anymore. The times where you pick Xin is when you want to say good team fighting jungle who's going to be able to like farm. So you just pick something to be good in team fights. Like he doesn't even farm that well. It's just that ulti is so good on Xin that it allows you to just team fight. And the Mordekaiser for Zeus. Mordekaiser versus Renekton. I don't even like this matchup, bro. I really don't like Mordekaiser into Renekton. So the reason for the Mordekaiser, I think, is into Yuumi. People like Mordekaiser into Yuumi because you like ulti one of the members of the enemy team, and then the Yuumi, if they're on them, detaches, so then you can maybe capitalize off that. I think this matchup kind of sucks, though. Ooh, the word just expired. Maybe Renekton will be in trouble. Just Eid. See the flash? Wow. Okay. All right, they both flash. I mean, Owner should have committed with the Q flash here, no?
No. Oh, wow.
Charge Q. Q flash. Q flash to start. I mean, dude, this, like, Oder did not commit to this at all. I mean, if Doran was just smart here, like, Doran lives this 100%. He just has to flash the Mordekaiser E. He just griefs. Like, if he just flashes here, he's 100% good. Owner really griefed this. I mean, if Renekton just flashes the E, I mean, he flashes so late, too. If he just flashed, like, earlier, if he gets dragged back and he insta-flashes, he might even live. This is mega grief by Doran. Doran, like, the top laners in the series in general haven't been impressive. To be honest, there's a lot of Vizier and LEC and LCS. There's a decent amount of Vizier.
Things could get very, very dangerous. And also, Genji understand that they have the vision control. Owner's still here, though, for the counter gank opportunity. As we're bringing them back forward. There's the Vault Breaker once again as Doran slices, dices, gets himself out.
Weird.
Is P not going to be so lucky? The
Okay.
doesn't have to invest his flash.
I mean, imagine if Zeus wasn't on double Ruby here. He just dies. It's whatever. I mean, this is a pretty close game. It's like the only game where T1's had a lead early. I mean, I guess in game one, they kind of ended up with a lead at a point, but it wasn't like it didn't feel like a real lead, you know? It's like they're up 800 gold, but for the game, they're actually losing. This 2v2 is lasting forever. Faker has to... Wait, has Faker already TP'd, right? Because he has a spellbook up. Because Owner is on the map, because he's not off the map, Chovy can just abuse Faker in this lane. Wait, Doran griefed this now. It's free kill. I mean, this is just straight up level 6 to level 5. I mean, I guess his E was expiring. Maybe he didn't grief it. Because his E was expiring, so he just wanted to get it off. I mean, you'd think that he would go for like a slightly more aggressive angle. Like he could go here. And the E, his auto gets canceled here. That auto would have killed. Boom, look. Auto 1. It does look like he connects it, right? Just the Renekton. Boom. Auto 1. Yeah, it doesn't get the auto off. His ulti was just ticking on him. Can Peanut kill? Peanut can kill. He's got flash.
He does have that flash that he prepared earlier, and that will mean the kill.
Yep.
For the Azir, the Zeri.
Oh dear, Gamushi in trouble. Remember, no flash, no ghost.
He misses the R. And he misses the W. So Peanut should ERW here. ER. E auto Q R, and then he should W. But he misses both. Peanut griefed it.
Back here and carefully push this one in. Taking only one plate.
Ooh. Ruler possibly in trouble. Now
well, Ruler is just hinting here.
That he's dead. Owner's going to turn up. And now is being able to get at least one of the first two. Owner over the wall does find Peanut as Lehens pops out. There's the assault and battery onto the Xin Zhao, but the value from this final chapter is just massive. And Peanut, he's going.
Hey, Doran's in here. Oh my God, he's in the. He got Mordekaiser ulted when he flashed. That's kind of unlucky.
Just fighting Doran here. But now,
look at Doran. Look at Doran. You can literally see the moment of confusion here. Look, so Doran's like, I'm getting into the fight, boys. I'm gonna get the fucking flank, right? And then he flashes, right? He flashes, and then he gets Mordekaiser ulted as he flashes, and he's like, shit. What the f? Where's everyone? And then he just like walks around in a circle for a second. He's like, I mean, I guess I go up. I mean, I guess I just fight the Mordekaiser. I'm on Mordekaiser, I guess.
But he's still able to create a whole bunch of space. Zayas just fighting Doran here. But now, Faker going.
I mean, Ruler ulted really late into this fight, so it's going to be up for all this time. Good, Glitter Lance. That's, I mean, he has Zonya's soon if he doesn't already have it, so, I mean, it's whatever. Wasted to stop. All right, he has Zonya's already, so it's fine.
They are going for the T1 Baron.
Okay, T1's going Baron. I mean, this is like, I don't know what this is. I mean, I think that they're just inting the entire game by doing this. Let's see. They're just doing this off TP advantage. I mean, this is just like a pure... I mean, I guess... You know what? Maybe this is... Actually, this might be good. Because you do have Mordekaiser on your team. So you can ulti the enemy jungler. And the enemy top laner is no TP. This is actually a good Baron. I take it back. This is a good Baron. Because you have Mordekaiser ulti. So it's not a flip. It's just a free Baron. It's actually just a free Baron. The main problem here is that Genji sent Renekton bot instead of sending Chovy bot. So if Chovy was bot, he had TP to go to this, so they could force this fight a lot easier. But with Renekton going bot, they get punished. I mean, this is a good Baron. This is a good Baron.
Not a massive amount of damage as, oh my goodness, the extended beam's already starting to do a fair bit of work here as Peanut in position to go and try to work out this 50-50 on the smite. Zeus is going to put him in the death realm though as the ult comes through. But
It's not a 50-50. Casters miss. Yeah, it's not a 50-50. Mordekaiser makes it not a 50-50. They don't do anything with it. Yeah, I mean, this could be a farming Baron. Probably play for like top tier 1. Well, yeah, Drake in 3 minutes. I would like to see T1 play for top tier 1 here. Play mid top off this. But they're going bot side. I mean, I don't think you need to play bot side this early before Drake though. Like, I don't understand why they have to play bot here, or why they think they have to play bot here. Because they already have the mid and the bot turret. It's 2 minutes before Drake. I think you have time to play for top turret, get top turret, and then rotate down bot with like 1 minute to spare. I think they could have already been like doing the same thing they're doing here on top side.
T1 won't necessarily actually change how this next dragon fight.
This is like extremely early vision on Drake. I guess they want to play for the top tier. Oh, I mean, they just gave. So they want to play for this bot tier 2, but they gave top tier 2 for it. So like they just traded off gold. All right, now what are they doing with the top wave? Because there's no one with TP. So like they're just gonna give top wave. This is not good from T1. That wasn't a good use of Baron. They just traded off tier 2 turrets. They traded off tier 2 turrets. They got all this vision, and this is why I don't like the vision being 2 minutes before, because watch, like now they just based, and Gen G should be able to just retake all this vision. They should just be able to like clear all this vision that T1 got. So this vision didn't even do anything. Just too early on the vision control, because like now T1 can't even contest it, right? And now like Gen G can just push mid wave. They cleared all the deep vision. Now they can start clearing like the middle tier of vision, the neutral vision, or whatever you want to call it. And now Gen G just has like complete control of Drake again. You see how Gen G just has control of the vision. So because Gen G has control of the vision, look at how hard it is for T1 to enter. So T1 literally contested vision like 3 minutes before the Drake spawned, then lost all that vision, and now they can't even enter the Drake. So all that time they spent on bot side of the map was essentially just to trade tier 2 for tier 2. Definitely not good. I mean, maybe they can fight here. I mean, he's so deep. I don't like this play from Owner. He's so fucking deep, bro. I mean, Doran can frontline for a while. Ruler actually wins the 1v1 here. Guma usually... Wait, what happened to Guma? What happened to Guma here? Oh, Guma just walked over the soldier and got absolutely clapped by Chovy. Yeah, no, this was int. They don't even get the tier 2 mid. Yeah. I mean, Peanut has no ult, so this is one of the times where Gen G should not be walking. I mean, this is actually good from T1, knowing that Zen has no ult, and this is when they should fight. This is solid from T1. Doran looks completely unaware that this is possible. That was a terrible, terrible Yuumi ult. Holy f***, that Yuumi ult was bad. I don't even know what he thinks he's Yuumi ulting here. Like, look at when he casts it. Like, you can't even almost tell what he's casting it at. What is he, like... Does he think that shit is like Seraphine ult? What in the f? This was not well played. Chovy does have TP. No ultis on T1. This should be a Baron. Gen G should force Baron here. And they are. Okay, this is good. Yeah, there's no ultis on T1. So Gen G could just force free Baron. They know that there's no ultis on everyone but Keria, and these are all ulti dependent champions. I like this. Turning on the... Okay, Zeus just completely in TPs. Oh my god, Zeus flashes too. Well, he's just dead. Yeah, that was mega in from Zeus, bro. That was the Huni TP from earlier this season. Start it. Have to look to turn here. I mean, you don't need to like actually do this Baron anymore because the enemy team is gonna have ults up. So like you already got TP. Plus, like, he died. There's no reason to flip this Baron, in my opinion. And Faker just went hard. Let me see how this goes.
Getting a lot of value here. The Boomerang Blade doing a lot of work to this area. Now Faker looks for his opportunity. Ruler, he's going to get hit by the jump, but Faker had to go golden too early, and Peanut will secure the Baron. Now Gumayushi...
They lose the flip. I mean, Owner has the ability... Oh, actually, they get Owner into GA before the Baron's in range. Okay, that's fine.
And Peanut will secure the Baron. Now Gumayushi is just trying to be huge in this fight, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. He is a one-man army, but it's not quite large.
I really could just kill everyone. It's a little bit sketchy But I mean, I guess Gen G decided to go for it. That's just over like that.
Getting a world trophy so many years ago. Zayas is desperately trying to hold on.
Too bad you can still hit those in Gen G just win. I mean, I think it was a decent series by Gen G. I mean, it was a good series by Gen G for sure. They definitely had like moments that are weird, like them not playing for soul when they're that far ahead, when they have the ability to contest vision. Like, you gotta remember that they're the team that has the poke. They're the ones that can like Zeri W a bush and force people out of locations. Like, they have longer range here. So them playing so heavily for like Baron side vision because they were so concerned about trading when they could just be playing for soul and like winning the game like that. I think that was a little weird. I think game 1 giving Herald when they had like 6 on their support and they could have moved was weird. But yeah, I mean, Gen G's just a much better team than T1. They look like comprehensively better.